is Jodie. I'm just going to be teaching some yoga stretches just to ease out the neck and just stretch out the full body. So if you can just bring yourself into a cross-leg position or just stretch out the legs, that feels more comfortable for you. We're just going to start with some breath work first, so just make sure you're comfortable. Relax your shoulders and just let your hands rest on top of your legs. Just start to take a deep inhale through the nostrils. Soften your lips and just breathe out a sigh for longer than the inhale. So we're just breathing for 4 to 6 natural breaths. So breathing in deeply on the inhale, coming in through the nose. Softening the lips and just let go of the breath. Relaxing the bottom half of the body at the same time. The bum, the thighs, lower legs and feet. But staying lifted with the top half and wedging the core. So just placing one hand on the chest and one hand on the top of the abdomen, and take a deep inhale. Notice the expansion as you breathe in. And then the natural fall as you breathe out of the mouth and draw the belly button in toward the spine, just to keep the core active. Breathing in, notice the expansion. And then the natural fall as you're breathing out of the mouth for longer. And just continue to breathe in this way, your natural breath, coming in through the nose, softening the lips and coming out of the mouth for longer. Just paying attention to the rise in the chest, and the belly, the abdomen, breathing in. And then the deflate as you breathe out of the mouth for longer than the inhale. So just roll out the shoulders and take the hands away from the body, and place one hand on the outer side of the head and take a deep inhale. On the exhale, just let the head relax over to the same side. And relax your shoulders. Take the opposite hand out to the side, the arm and hand, with a flexed hand. And just allow the head to come over the shoulder, or all the way over the chest, or back to the side. And just breathe your natural breath. Having a little play around with the head to find that stretch. So even if it's slightly over the shoulder or all the way over the chest or back to the side, imagine you're breathing in that stretch, that sensation. And on the exhale, drop the opposite arm, roll the head back up and release the hand away. Just rolling out the shoulders, just taking them back, bringing them forward and back. We'll do that on the opposite hand, so placing the opposite hand on the outer side of the head. Sit up nice and tall and take a deep inhale. Relaxing the head over to the same side, breathing out of the mouth. If you want to, taking the opposite arm and hand out of the side with a flexed hand. Just start moving the head, find that stretch. Develop just notice how the top half of the body feels. Bring yourself onto all fours to a tabletop position. Make sure the hands are out of shoulder height, knees hip level, and relax the feet. So just look in between the space of the hands and start to release the belly. Relax the hips back. Look straight out in front and relax the shoulders. And take a deep inhale through the nose. On the exhale, breathe out of the mouth for longer, but curve from the lower back. Just let the bend happen throughout the full spine, letting the head drop. Just look down in between the gap through the legs. Look on at the fingertips if you want more movement in the spine, letting the head just rock from right to left. Drawing the belly in, just grounding the hands down, releasing the belly, relaxing the hips. Look straight out in front and take a deep inhale through the nose now. And exhaling, curving from the lower back, drawing the belly in, letting the bend happen throughout the full back. Coming up onto the fingertips if you want to, or just keeping the hands grounded. Breathing out the side, out of the mouth. Through this for 4 to 6 breaths. So noticing the release as you really allow the belly to drop and breathe in, looking straight out in front, and exhaling, curving from the lower back, the middle part to the top, coming up onto the fingertips, grounding the hands down first. Just tucking the elbows in, releasing the belly, looking straight out in front. Notice the lower back area as well as you inhale. And then the drawing of it all on the exhale. Noticing the spine, coming up onto the fingertips, releasing the head. Just bring yourself back to a tabletop position. Walking the hands in towards you. I'm going to come up onto our knees, or even if you're just to a tabletop, the hands grounded. Just coming up, walking the hands in, tucking the toes under, coming up to rest the hands on the thighs, or just let the hands rest down toward the hips, or placed grounded on the mat. Toes tucked under, let the bone relax back on the heels. Choose your hand variation. I'm going to spread out the toes just to widen out the toes, and you should feel quite a strong stretch happening around the foot and the calves. Look straight out in front and breathe for 2-4 breaths. Breathing in through the nose and just breathing out the side, allowing the bum just to rest back on the heels of the feet, keeping the core engaged even if the hands are just grounded like this. And on the next exhale, just bring yourself to a tabletop position, release the feet, roll out the ankles and just wiggle out the toes. Really just pay attention to that release. We're just going to try that once more. Relax the feet back down onto the mat. Walking the hands in towards you. Tuck the toes under. And just let the bum relax back on the heels of the feet. Just notice that stretch in the foot area or the calves. If that's too much, then just bring yourself with the hands grounded. Notice what suits you. Relax the shoulders, keep the belly engaged. Imagine you're breathing in that stretch. Widen out the toes. On the exhale, bring yourself to tabletop. Release the feet. Roll out the ankles. in between the splits of the arms. Just start to walk out the legs and the feet. Keep the core engaged. Breathing in through the nose and out of the mouth. Just trying to relax the back of the heels as well. Walking out the legs and the feet for more release around the lower back. So this position is stretching every single body part. Just take any time, bending the knees a little bit to the elbows. Looking down in between the gap through the feet, just to release the head. So we're just going to bend the knees and bring yourself back down to a tabletop position. Release the feet, widen out the legs to the width of the mat. And just let the bum fall back on the heels of the feet. Create two fists with the hands and just relax the forehead. Straighten the arms and hands up the mat and relax the forehead on the mat. Just interlace the fingers behind the back of the neck with the forehead rested. Walk the elbows to the sides and allow the chest to drop. Keeping the core engaged and breathe in through the nose deeply. Just breathe a sigh out for longer out of the mouth. Releasing the hands, or just walking the hands in towards you. We're just going to come out of our backs now. Just keep the knees bent and grab the feet out of hip distance. Putting onto your back, so just bring yourself on your back. Bring the arms and hands out at shoulder height, the palms facing up. Tuck the hips and just raise them in the air and then allow the lower back just to partly ground. And the toes are pointing to the top of the mat. So now just take a deep inhale through the nose. Breathe out a sigh as you're tucking the hips and allowing the body to rise in the air. Start at hip level. Step the feet in the wall and go again just to adjust the position so you're a bit more comfortable in the pose. And relax your shoulders again. So you can either wrap the hands around the ankles or interlace the hands so they're under the back. The arms are stretched. Or just let them relax out to the side, out the shoulder heights. Keeping the core engaged, so you're drawing the belly button in. Keep the core active. Relaxing the shoulders, around your feet, widening out the toes. And just think about relaxing the feet to help raise the body weight a little bit higher. Relaxing the shoulders. Breathing for 4 natural breaths. So breathing in deeply through the nose. Soften the lips and just breathing out of the mouth. Longer. Finding that breath. On the next exhale, just release the hips and allow the body to mount and ground onto the mat. Hook the legs in towards you and wrap the hands around the lower legs. Just gently rock from right to left to right on one big circle. And then again in the other direction, just to ease the lower back. Just grounding the feet out at hip distance again, and we're just going to try that pose once more. Just notice if it feels any different this time. So the feet are coming out at hip distance. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, we're just slowly letting the body rise. round back down onto the mat. Hook the legs in and wrap the hands on the lower legs. Just gently rock from right to left to right on one big circle, and then in the other direction. So now we're just going to ground the feet back down out of hip distance. Pick up the right leg on a bent knee and just bring it in toward the chest. Place the right ankle on the opposite thigh and just relax the leading leg out of the sides. And bring the ankle a little bit closer in toward the hip, or just walk a little bit higher up the leg, not on the knee. So take a deep inhale, relax the arms out of the side, and we're going to relax the legs over to the right side and just adjust the foot that's on the ground on the mat. Let the legs just relax a little bit more. To open out the hip, breathe for 4 breaths, 2 to 4 breaths. Noticing this twist at the top of the abdomen. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, relaxing the shoulders, the arms, the hands. Keeping the core engaged, pulling the legs back up to center. Pick the leading leg up and just place the foot underneath the other foot. And we'll just bring the legs in toward the chest again and just gently rock from right to left, left to right. Ease the lower back. Just grounding the feet back down again. Lifting the opposite leg up on a bent knee. Placing the leading ankle on the thigh. Let that leg come out of the side. Just relax the arms out to shoulder height. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, just let the legs fall back, forward and back. And check the feet again in parallel. Reach the arms out in front and breathe in. Through the nose, exhale, relaxing the hips back, but reach forward as though you're grabbing onto something. Widening out the fingers, look down at the mat on the floor. Bend the knees and just let the body hang over the legs. Let the hands rest on the feet or wrap them round the elbows and release the head. Just gently rocking from right over to the left outer foot, over to the right, just releasing the head as much as you can. Just bringing yourself back to stable, bend the knees, engage the core, release the hands. Slowly rolling back up. The last thing to come up is the head. Just roll out the shoulders. Just notice how that felt in the body. Now we're just going to step a little bit wider out at hip distance apart. So turning out the left foot 90 degrees. Tuck the back foot in slightly. Reach the arms out to shoulder height and just drop the shoulders into the back. Start to bend the left knee. So it's going over the little toe and look over the left fingers. Relax your shoulders, reaching the arms and fingers out as though you're grabbing onto something. Breathing in through the nose. On the exhale, just going to reach over to the left and drop the arm and hand on the left thigh, not the knee, on the thigh. Let the other arm reach up or just relax the hand on the outer hip. Relax the shoulders and just look down at the left foot. Keeping the core engaged, we're drawing the belly in. Imagine you're breathing in that open sensation around the chest and the hips. on the exhale, soften the lips, engage the core, pull yourself back up into the warrior two. Straighten out the leading leg, turn that foot in, drop the arms and just roll out the shoulders. We'll do that again but on the opposite. So turn out the opposite foot 90 degrees, tuck in the back foot. Reach the arms out to shoulder height with the palms facing down and create that bend in the leading knee. And just have a little check in on the knee, make sure it's going over the little toe and it's not rolling over the big toe. Look over to the opposite hand, to the right. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, just reaching over to the right. Relax that arm on top of the thigh, to the leading knee, the leading leg. So you can either have this other arm reaching up or let the hand relax on the outer hip and release the head so you're looking down at the mat. Keeping this core engaged, so we're drawing the belly button in toward the spine, letting the head drop. Breathing in deeply through the nostrils. On the exhale, pulling yourself back up into warrior two. Release the hands away. Straighten out the leading leg, turn that foot in, drop the arms and just slowly walk the feet in to parallel, rolling out the shoulders and just shake out the legs and the feet. Just going to come down onto the mat now, onto all fours. Just taking the hands out to shoulder height, knees at hip level and relax the feet. Take a deep inhale. So on the exhale, just step back with the feet, tucking the elbows in toward you, widening out the fingers, breathing in. Drawing everything down toward the mat. Walking the hands a little bit higher than the shoulders. Pressing the hands into the mat, widen out the fingers. Just slowly lifting the chest up 45 degrees with the elbows slightly bent. Breathing in. Exhale, straighten out the arms if that feels good, or just keep the elbows bent. Breathing in, exhaling, dropping the shoulders into the back. So on the next exhale, just lower the chest, bringing the body down onto the mat and relax the forehead on the mat. Just bringing your attention back to your breath. We're going to do that once more, so take a deep inhale. On the exhale, we're just coming into cobra again, so just reaching the chest up, bending the elbows and straightening out the arms, widening out the fingers, breathing for 4 breaths, so we're tucking the elbows in toward us and not letting them come out at the sides. Deep inhale, now on the exhale, bringing yourself back down onto the mat. Just slowly bringing ourselves back up to a tabletop position, back onto all fours. Hands coming out to shoulder height, knees at hip level, and relax your feet. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, stretching up into down dog, tucking the toes under, walking the feet in slightly, the legs extended, letting the chest drop, keeping the core engaged and just slightly, slowly walking out the feet and the legs, looking down at the feet. Breathing in through the nose and out of the mouth. Imagine you're breathing Hello, my name's Jodie. I hope you're well. All we're doing here is watching our breath, our natural breath. So just bring yourself into a cross-legged seated position, or just stretch out the legs. That feels more comfortable for you. Just choose what suits best for you. Observe your posture, just so sit up nice and tall, relax the shoulders and the bum and the legs, lower legs and feet. And then just let the hands rest on top of the legs. Observing our core, so we're drawing the belly in toward the spine just to keep the core active. Just drop the gaze or close the eyes. Take a deep inhale through the nostrils. Soften the lips and just breathe a sigh out of the mouth. And just continue to breathe in this way. So deep inhales coming in through the nostrils, softening the lips, and just extend the exhale to last a little bit longer than the inhale. Noticing this rise, this expansion in the chest, the belly as you inhale. And then the deflate on the exhale. Just continuing to breathe in this way until you feel calm and settled. Deep inhales, but slower, longer exhales. And while you're breathing, watching your breath, observe the body, so trying to relax the bum, the bottom half of the body, just so you can notice that the top half is more active than the bottom half. Really letting go on the exhale. So imagine, if it helps, imagine you're breathing in relaxation to fill up the whole body. And then just letting it all go on the exhale. Really finding your breath coming in through the nose and out of the mouth, softening the lips, breathing out of the mouth. So if it helps you feel the breath more, place one hand on the chest and one hand on the top of the abdomen. And take a deep inhale again. And then just exhale, breathing out, drawing the belly in. Just breathing for another 4 breaths. Breathing in, relaxation. Breathing out, control. So on the 4th exhale, just breathe out, release the hands away from the body and just relax the hands back down on the legs. Take the arms and hands out the side. Really reach the arms up now and take another deep inhale. Notice this rise in the ribs, the lungs, and then exhale, dropping the shoulders, arms, hands, everything back down toward the hips. Do that once more. So really stretching the arms up as though you're reaching to grab onto something, and take a deep inhale. Soften the lips, drop the shoulders, arms, hands, everything back down. Just roll out the shoulders, just taking them back, bringing them forward and back. And then just let the arms rest, the hands, take the hands in your head, rub them till you get that warm sensation in the hands. And when you do, just let them rest over the face, the eyes. Breathe in. Exhale out of the mouth and just release the hands away from the face and just notice how you feel. Hi, my name's Jodie. I'm just going to be teaching some yoga stretches just to ease out the neck and just stretch out the full body. So if you can just bring yourself into a cross-leg position or just stretch out the legs, that feels more comfortable for you. We're just going to start with some breath work first, so just make sure you're comfortable. Relax your shoulders and just let your hands rest on top of your legs. Just start to take a deep inhale through the nostrils. Soften your lips and just breathe out a sigh for longer than the inhale. We're just breathing for 4 to 6 natural breaths. So breathing in deeply on the inhale, coming in through the nose. Softening the lips and just let go of the breath. Relaxing the bottom half of the body at the same time. The bum, the thighs, lower legs and feet. But staying lifted with the top half. And we're engaging. Hi everyone, I hope you're well. My name's Jodie. I'm just going to be uploading some short yoga practice for anyone to try in their own time. So just bring yourself into a cross-legged position or just stretch out the legs if that feels better for you. We're just going to start observing our natural breath first before we move into yoga, and then we will do a little bit relaxation. So just take a nice deep inhale for me through the nostrils. Soften the lips and just breathe a big sigh out of the mouth for longer than the inhale. And just continuing to breathe in this way. Nice deep inhales coming in through the nose. Softening the lips and just breathe out for longer than the inhale. Continuing to breathe your natural breath for 4 natural breaths. I'm just observing this rise happen in the top half of the body as you breathe in. And then the fall as you breathe out of the mouth, drawing the belly in toward the spine. Really letting go of the breath coming out of the mouth. So now we're just going to place one hand on the outer side of the head. Take a deep inhale now through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth and just allow the head to fall over to the same side and drop the shoulders again. You should find that you're getting quite a stretch happening around the neck, the shoulder area, the chest. Start to move the head to where it feels good for you. So slightly over the shoulder, all the way over the chest to get quite a nice stretch around the top of the back. Or take the head back to the side. And breathe for 4 to 6 natural breaths. Deep inhales. On the exhale, just let the head hang heavy a little bit more. And keeping the core engaged. So we're thinking about drawing the belly in just to keep the core active. On the exhale, bring the head back up. Release the hand away. And just roll out the shoulders, just taking them back, forward and then back. Notice how that felt. I'm going to do the same but on the opposite side. So opposite hand on the outer side of the head. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale and just allow the head to fall to the same side. The shoulders tend to hench up a little bit, so just drop them into the back. And start to adjust the head to where it feels good for you. Where do you feel the stretch the most? So even if you just taking the head over the shoulder, all the way over the chest, or back to the side, and just breathe. That's the main thing. Deep inhales coming in through the nose. Slower, longer exhales coming out the mouth. Imagine you're inhaling this stretch wherever you feel any sensation. Breathe out of the mouth and slowly bring the head back up. Release the hands away and just roll out the shoulders. So now we're just going to drop the gaze. Create a big circle with the head, bringing the head forward, breathing in through the nose. Keep the core engaged, but we're circling the head back, breathing out of the mouth for longer. Then again, but in the other direction. So as you bring the head forward, inhale. Exhale, slowly taking the head back. Noticing any pulling sensations in the neck. The release happening around the top of the back as you let the head come forward. And then just slowly roll the head back up and roll out the shoulders. Just notice how that felt. So now we're just going to do some seated twists. So place the right hand on the left leg. Let the other hand come out to the side on the fingertips and take a deep inhale. Breathe out of the mouth, bending the elbows, twisting the body to look over the furthest shoulder. Or just look down at the mat or the floor and drop the head. And you might get more of a neck stretch happening as you drop the head. Think about relaxing the bum, the legs, lower legs, feet. And as you're bending the elbows a little bit more, you'll find that the twist, the body is allowing the twist to happen a little bit more. So on the exhale, just bring yourself back round to centre. So that twist is really good for any sort of digestive problems. So we'll try that on the other side. So opposite hand on opposite leg, other hand coming out to the side. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Twisting the body, breathing out of the mouth, looking over the furthest shoulder or dropping the head. Bending the elbows a little bit to allow the body to twist a little bit more. Noticing this twist happening in the top of the abdomen. Breathing for 4 natural breaths. And on the exhale, bring yourself back round to come out of the twist and just roll out the shoulders, taking them back, bringing them forward and back. So now we're going to bring ourselves onto all fours to a tabletop position. Make sure the hands are out to shoulder height, knees at hip level, and relax the feet. Look down at the mat, the floor. I'm going to tuck the toes under. Walk the hands in towards you and just bring yourself up to relax the bum back on the heels of the feet. So this is it's quite an intense foot stretch. So relaxing the bum on top of the heels. You can place the hands on top of the legs or let them rest by the hips. and find the breath. So we're breathing for 4 natural breaths, keeping the core engaged. So we're drawing the belly in toward the spine, and you should feel quite an intense stretch happening down the feet. So if you need to come out of it at any point, just breathe out, bring yourself back to tabletop, release the feet, and just start to roll out the ankles and stretch out the feet, wiggling the toes, breathing your natural breath, coming in through the nose and out of the mouth. Just going to do that small, so relax the feet back down. Make sure the hands are out to shoulder height, widen out the fingers so you've got that proper grounding with the hand on the mat or the floor. Tuck the toes under and walk the hands in to bring yourself up. Relaxing the bum on top of the heels and just widen out the toes. Relax the shoulders, the hands on top of the legs or down the side toward the hips. Sit up nice and tall and breathe in deeply through the nose. Soften the lips and just breathe a sigh, extending the exhale. Imagine you're breathing in this stretch that you feel in the feet. On the next exhale, release the feet, bring yourself back onto all fours, relax the feet, wiggling out the toes and rolling out the ankles. So we're just going to move into cat-cow pose now. Think about dropping the belly down toward the mat, relaxing the hips back. Look straight out in front and relax the shoulders and take a deep inhale through the nose. Breathing out of the mouth, but curving from the lower back first and just letting the bend happen throughout the full spine. Drawing the belly in and just let the head rock from right to left, left to right, just to ease out the back of the neck. Breathing out of the mouth. To get more of a stretch in the spine, you can even come up onto the fingertips. Or just ground the hands if that's a little bit too much. We're going to inhale again, so dropping the belly, notice this release in the belly as you relax the hips back. Look straight out in front of you and take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, curving from the lower back. Just letting the curve happen throughout the full spine as you breathe out of the mouth for longer. It's really just sighing a breath out of the mouth. You do come up onto the fingertips. On the inhale, we're going to ground the hands down first. Take the hips back, release the belly, and just bend the elbows a little bit, letting them come in toward the shoulders. Look straight out in front of you and take a deep inhale. Relaxing the shoulders, breathing out of the mouth, curving from the lower back. Just letting that curve happen as you release the head. Just notice anything you feel around the back. Continue to flow through this position for 4 natural breaths. Breathing in now. Exhaling as you're curving into cat pose, releasing the head. So you're looking in between the gap through the legs. Breathing out of the mouth, any tension, anything that's been bothering you. Grounding the hands, widening out the fingers, releasing the belly. Breathing in through the nose. So just taking your time, just coordinating the breath as you're moving the body. And when you've breathed enough breaths, we're just going to bring ourselves back to tabletop. Widen out the legs to the width of the mat. Allow the bum to fall back on the heels of the feet. A few arm and hands variations. So you can either create two fists, walk the elbows a little bit out of the side and relax the head, the forehead on the fists. Or reach the arms and hands up the mat and relax the forehead. And even come up onto the fingertips. Or you can just interlace the fingers or come into prayer with the hands behind the back of the neck. If you need more room for the hips, then widen out the legs a little bit more, or you can bring them a little bit closer in. Keeping the core engaged, so you're drawing the belly in to keep the core active, just so there's not the pressure around the lower back. Breathing for 4 natural breaths. So choosing your arm and hand variation, what suits you, and just keep breathing. So this position is relaxing, but it's also opening out the hips, the chest, keeping the core engaged and a nice release around the lower back. Think about dropping the shoulders down, allowing the chest to fall, keeping the core engaged and just walking out the elbows, just so you've got enough room for the chest. So where you are, take a deep inhale. Breathe out of the mouth and just walk the hands back up in towards you to bring yourself up to a seated position. Just roll out the shoulders and notice how you feel. I'm just going to come to lying on our backs now for relaxation. So you can either be laid down or you can be sat up in a cross-legged position. So if you're lying down, just bend the knees, bring the feet out to hip distance, or you can just stretch out the legs at the floor of the mat and let the feet just roll out to the side. Just choose your variation. We're going to let the hips rise and then allow the lower back to properly ground onto the mat on the floor. Take the arms and hands out to the side with the palms facing up, or you can place one hand on the chest, one hand on the abdomen. That's just to find the breath a little bit more. Just choose what suits you, just nice and comfortable now to balance the body after all of that stretching. And we're just going to start our relaxation, our meditation now. So make sure you're nice and comfortable, nice and warm. Close down the eyes or just let the gaze drop. And all we're doing here is watching our breath, like the beginning of this session. So take a deep inhale and notice the expansion in the belly and the chest. Filling the lungs up with fresh air, softening the lips, and just let the body relax back down to its natural position. So breathing in deeply through the nose. Soften the lips, breathing out of the mouth for longer than the inhale. For 4 or 6 natural breaths. Think about breathing in relaxation. Breathing out control and just allow the body to soften, releasing the hips, relaxing the thighs, lower legs, feet. Just so you can notice that the top half is rising on the inhale And then falling back down to its natural position on the exhale. Just continue to breathe in this way until you feel calm and relaxed. Breathing in, relaxation now. Just breathing out any tension or anything that's been bothering you. Just take time to really let this come out of the body, out of the mouth. Another deep inhale. Slower, longer exhales. Just to get some movement in the body, just start to wiggle the toes and wiggle the fingers and lick the lips and flicker the eyes. Taking the head over to one side and then over to the other. Keep breathing. And just notice how you feel. The pace of the breath, does it flow differently to how it did before this practice? And just have a little check-in on how the mind's behaving. Hopefully it feels a little more clear than how it did before. Just have a think of what can you take away from this practice, something positive, something that you felt good, even if it's just focusing on the breath. Just start to roll onto one side, taking your time to bring yourself back up to a seated position, whether it's cross legs or you're just extending the legs up the floor. Have a little check in on your posture, just sitting up nice and tall, still engaging the core, and you're not relaxing into the lower back. Sitting up nice and tall out of the hips. Take the arms and hands out to the side. Just reach the arms up as though you're grabbing onto something, widening out the fingers. Take a deep inhale. Soften the lips, breathe out, dropping the shoulders, arms, hands, everything back down. We'll do that once more, stretching the arms up. Notice this rise in the ribs, the lungs, breathing in. And then just letting it all go, dropping the shoulders into the back, arms, hands back down toward the hips. Take the hands together and just rub them until you get that warm sensation happening in the hands. So when you do, just let them rest over the face, the eyes. Take another deep inhale. Breathe out of the mouth and release the hands away from the face to finish. Hi everyone, my name's Jodie. I've created this pitch presentation just to open up about my health and what I plan to do to set up in future to help myself and other people. So I suffer from focal epilepsy and I have done intermittent throughout my life since a very young age, and then it's just been like up and down throughout my full life. So when I went to university, I practiced yoga and meditation because I studied a dance and choreography course. So we practiced yoga and meditation every morning just to waken up the body and stretch it out and just help relax it. And I just found that this was really helping reduce the impact of my epilepsy.
and I really enjoyed it as well. I enjoyed stretching and relaxing and wanted to look more into it. So after graduating, I studied a teacher training course with the British Wheel of Yoga, which was a 500-hour course that lasted for 4 years. And when I graduated from that course in 2019, I've been practicing and teaching to the public since, and just been building up classes since then. So I would like to create a small business in future to have my own venue or just some sort of space to teach the sessions, and hopefully do that at full-time hours and maybe get some more teachers in. But I'm just going to talk you through this presentation that I've created so you know a little bit more about me and my health condition and what I've done in the past to help reduce that. So I'll just take you through some of the slides. So my name's Jodie, and in this presentation I will be talking about the shifts that I've took to reduce the impact of my health, so you can too. So who am I? My name's Jodie. When I was 4 years old, I was diagnosed with focal epilepsy. Came in phrases, and made my life quite confusing. So I tried all these different methods and approaches to lessen the impact, but nothing was really reducing the impact until I started practicing yoga and meditation at university. And then I've looked into it while I was practicing at university and during the teacher training course, looked into specific postures that would help epilepsy and like MS and different health conditions to do with the brain. So what is this presentation about? So I'll be talking about the shifts that I've applied to my life, and how it's affected my health in a good way, and just a little bit more about the knowledge that I've learnt as well. So this is the slide about mental health and the breathing techniques, and just a couple of photos. And then a couple of questions that I've added on the slides about diaphragmatic breathing is really nice breathing technique just to help you pay attention to your natural breath. So if you want to just find some space now, and I'll just talk you through the diaphragmatic breathing. So if you just find some space in a cross-leg position, or just a nice comfortable seated position, just relax the shoulders and then just let the hands rest on top of the legs. Place one hand on the chest and one hand on the top of the abdomen. Just take a deep inhale through the nostrils. Soften the lips and just let the breath sigh out of the mouth for longer than the inhale. For 6 long, natural breaths. So just placing one hand on the chest, one hand on the top of the abdomen. Notice the rise, the expansion in the chest, the belly as you breathe in through the nostrils. And then the fall, the deflate of the body as you breathe out of the mouth for longer, allowing the body to soften as you tighten the stomach muscles, drawing the belly in to activate the core. And just continuing to breathe in this way, being aware that you are breathing in through the nose, being aware that you are breathing out of the mouth. Just noticing how you feel after that, how the body feels, the pace of the breath. What might help clear the mind? So what helped clear my mind was buying a notepad first of all, just to write all the thoughts down on a piece of paper, getting it out your head, just how you feel at that present moment, or how you had been feeling throughout the day, and then just practicing what you preach a little bit more, which is meditation for me. If I practice it a little bit more, I just feel like I'm feeling a lot more clear-minded, a lot more organized with myself. So this is a slide about the old way, just not listening to what your body needs, not focusing on yourself, always thinking about what other people are thinking first. So your health is the main thing, what you need to focus on. So if your health isn't improving and you feel like you're overthinking, that is not good. You need to be focusing on you. So this is the new way. Note all your thoughts, get everything written down on that notepad. What isn't good for you, remove it out if you like. So mine was alcohol, specific foods, getting enough sleep. So if I've removed alcohol out of my life and made a few changes, which has been really good, and just being mindful of situations, looking at them in a different perspective, not being too judgy on things, and adding yoga practice, meditation, specific breathing techniques to help calm and control your body, breath, and mind. So, like the diaphragmic breathing before, that if you practicing that every day on a morning, afternoon, evening, it's going to be having good effects for yourself. So during the time I have had to come to my senses to accept my health condition and to distance myself from things that do not suit my well-being, it makes me think back now, how did I not practice yoga? Like I just think it's been a blessing that it has come into my life, and I am really thankful it has come into my life as well. I'm so passionate about teaching it to other people so they can practice it and then hopefully enjoy it, and then that will help them through life as well. So just remembering to take time out of each day to practice 15 minutes of meditation in the morning, half an hour of yoga in the afternoon just to get the body moving, and then 15 minutes of meditation in the evening before bed. So if you're practicing this at like 3 times a day and then you're building it up and up, then you're going to start to feel a lot more rejuvenated. So training your body to help your mind. Training your body to focus on breathing is helping you focus on something. So this is having an effect on keeping the mind active, which is good. So you're not sitting overthinking things all the time. Repetition is key, and I've realized that when practicing and teaching yoga, repetition is very important because you are training your brain to remember something, to always focus on something that you keep doing, and that is very helpful for keeping the brain active. So taking back ownership, focusing on you, yourself, what is best for you, and how you can live the best life for yourself. So when I was researching into a little bit more about yoga and meditation and improving epilepsy, specific postures that could help with epilepsy, breathing techniques, and just practicing them, getting to know a little bit more about how I can help myself, also meditating and just being aware of when I don't feel 100%, just witnessing it happen, breathing through it, deep inhales, slower, longer exhales, and you can just feel yourself relaxing a little bit more on each exhale. So I'm so passionate about teaching this to the public because it really helps me get through my life, focus on my health, and if I can help other people, then that's just going to be such a rewarding thing. So some signs of poor mental health are worrying more than usual, poor concentration, finding it difficult to control emotions, feeling overwhelmed, sleeping more, sleeping less. You need to get that balance. Drinking too much alcohol, avoiding social activities. What do you think will help benefit your body to help your health? Focus on what makes you feel good and what your body needs. So what type of yoga do I teach? So I teach Hatha, that's what I was qualified in doing first, then Vinyasa, pregnancy, and then I've not long finished a course which was about chair yoga for brain health. So I'm teaching face-to-face classes indoors and outdoors. I've received good feedback about the outdoor classes, because you're practicing in fresh air, practicing in nature, the colours, the sounds. In the past few years, I have set up an alternative chair yoga for brain health posture class that is beneficial for any ages. So people who enjoy practicing yoga and meditation, this is what's going to be good for you, these sessions, because it's all about yoga and meditation. And they might have a health you might have a health condition and consider the classes or courses as a therapy or an alternative method for therapy. And just building up regular yoga and meditation practice helps people explore their awareness, increases body awareness, relaxes the mind, improves brain function, and I can provide yoga and meditation sessions to the public to help them live a happy and healthy life in the best way they can. So just taking 5 minutes out of the day just to find the breath, focus on your natural breath, just helps you calm down in a natural way, and that's what we want. There's just a slide about some that I've added some feedback from clients and read of. And these are links to my demonstrated YouTube channel that lasts up different videos lasting up to 30 seconds to 30 minutes long. Let's just click on one of them. I don't think they're going to upload, but these are links to the videos for you to have a practice in your own time. So feel free. There's over 100, I think it's 150 on there now. So just choose one. There's chair yoga on there. There's hatha yoga. And just see if you enjoy it. Okay. And also buy a diary. Use a diary. And why is that? To keep track of when you feel like you're having a good day, when you're not having a good day. And if you're having a good day, you can look back on this and remember when that was and when you weren't having a very good day. It will all help you feel organised and on track, and then that will boost your mood as well. So I hope you enjoyed looking through my pitch presentation. This is just one of the business cards on here on the last slide, just with all my details on, like the website, which is www.jogahealth.co.uk, and also my email address is on there as well. So thank you very much for watching my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy the demonstrated videos as well. You take care.